What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Man Cave United. It's our third episode. We're going to preview the upcoming match against Chelsea at Old Trafford on Friday. It'll be Friday morning our time, Adam.
Friday morning, I think it's a 4:30 kickoff.
Yeah, I think 4:30
AM.
4 to 5. Yep, yeah. Nice and early for us. The graveyard shift again. I got my man Adam. He's back in the building in the OG Man Cave.
having a good time in here, that's for sure.
That's good, man. It's been a rough week for United. We've had the 4-0 drubbing at Liverpool, and then the 3-1. I wouldn't say drubbing, but a 3-1 embarrassing defeat at Arsenal. What do you think?
It's not good. You know, we've won 2 of our last 8 games.
I think it's 4 away losses on the trot.
Well, and then we've got Chelsea. Chelsea have been a little bit down as well. Chelsea have won 3 of their last 5. And they lost to Brentford and Arsenal, and crashed out of the Champions League. We've got Brentford coming up as well, I think.
I wouldn't say crashed out of the Champions League. They went down swinging. I know Madrid Benzema beat them, but they went down swinging.
Yeah, so both teams need a win, basically for their confidence. And really, Chelsea haven't got nothing to play for. But you can assure yourself that Tuchel will get his boys up for the game. That's for sure. United still in a position to take 4th. They're not out of 4th spot yet, but I don't know if Ralf can summon the troops and get them going for this game. I think they might cowardly let this game go as well.
Remarkably, we're mathematically still in it. I don't know how we are still in it. I know Tottenham and Tottenham and Arsenal have slipped a couple of times. Tottenham look like they've picked up their game a little bit. I know they had a draw the other morning. Who else? Yeah, Arsenal looking the goods again. Beat Chelsea, have beaten us. So they're looking sharp and on their game. What do you expect to see from this one, man? I know last time out against Arsenal, I know we got a draw against Chelsea when we played them at the Bridge. But the last game against Arsenal, as I mentioned in the previous episode, a lot of bark, no bite. Ronaldo was probably the best player on the pitch. Like, if you look at both teams, but he can't do it on his own.
Look, I think we're still going to be without Fred. So, I didn't think we'd be saying that 12 months ago. We're going to be without Fred. I think Luke Shaw's still out. So, Telles hasn't been playing the best. So I wish we had another left back on the bench. Who else? Delo hasn't been. He's been okay, but not too good either. But I'm not expecting to see Wan-Bissaka come in through the midfield. I'm expecting McTominay to start again. Even Matic will, I'm assuming, will start. Your mate Bruno, he could do with a bit of a kick up the arse, but wherever we're shooting for 4th spot, I think he'll start as well. So. But I'd like to see Alanga. Alanga will probably fall into that right wing position, and and Sancho will hold up his spot with Ronaldo up top. I'm sure that'll probably be pretty close to the lineup.
Fred there. You mentioned Fred. He has posted on Instagram a photo of him back in training, so he may be a late inclusion.
Okay.
If that was to happen, I expect to see him and McTominay in that middle of the pitch. I think Matic.
Yeah, you would think so. Well, Matic will need a rest after playing a few games in a row. So, who else have we got there? Matter will be on the bench. We haven't really got much on the bench, but I'd like to see a couple of the youth players come in.
I was going to ask you about that. What do you think about that? Do you think now? I know you and I, Vamal as well, and a lot of the United fans across the world, really, we've all given up on top 4 now. We know it's gone. It's too much. Like, we can't claw our way back, especially with the running we have compared to what Arsenal and Tottenham have ahead of them. Do you think now's the time to blood these youngsters, or are you of the same thought as me? And me personally, I want to keep them fresh for Ten Hag and his preseason?
Oh
What do you
yeah,
think?
look, mate. For us too, it's going to be pretty exciting because they're coming down under. But look, I'd like to see them get a little bit towards the back end of the game. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't think they should be starting. That's for sure. Guy Necho is not going to come in and start, and Hannibal's not going to come in and start because, at the end of the day, these boys are on big money, and they need to earn their money. So yeah,
They haven't
Ralf
earned it all
Rangnick's not going to
season.
change much, but I would like to see him come in. At least get 5-10 minutes on the pitch. Yeah, give him a go.
I think it
It's not
depends
going
on
to
the
matter.
scoreline.
Sorry?
Depends on the scoreline.
Yeah.
I don't want to see
definitely.
them like if we're getting not. I'm not going to say slap, but if we're down 2-0, 3-0, even 2-1 or 3-1, it's a lot of pressure to put these youngsters on and go right. Go out and do something.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, look,
And
I'm not expecting any of them to get a run this weekend, being it is Chelsea. If you look at history through United, a lot of the younger ones always play away. They always play away. All the cup games are gone, so they're not going to get a debut in that. So, but
And
yeah,
they always tend to come into a winning environment.
yeah, that's right. Not necessarily. I mean, I collect a lot of debut programs, and you'll be surprised how many players on their debut lose the game. So
Not about
it's a stat I'd love to see, to be
not
honest
about
with
their
you.
debut game. I'm not talking about their debut game. It's more about the environment of the team. So yeah, okay, they may lose that collectively winning team. So I feel like that'll be the kind of environment I want to bring them in. If you know what I mean. I don't mind if they lose their debut game, but if they're in a squad that's been winning regularly and
Yeah.
knows the feeling of winning, being dominant, and being the big team, the big club that we are, I think that's the better environment to bring them in, not into this one where it feels obviously so toxic with what's been coming out in the news. And
yeah, it's not a good environment to bring them into that dressing room, that's for sure.
yeah, that's the only reservations I have towards bringing them in this season.
It's like I said to you once before, and I think I said it on the last pod. I'd love to be a fly on the wall around Carrington and around Old Trafford and see just how much the first team's involved with the youth teams. And that's a big thing back in the 90s, how even 2000s, early 2000s, the first side and all the youth players, getting involved with each other. You're never going to see the reserve players or the youth players going to be cleaning their boots anymore. But
No, not this generation, mate.
not this generation. You just get a new pair from Nike or Adidas.
All right. So what are you thinking? What are you thinking then for the lineups? Are we looking at obviously De Gea in goals? Who have you got? Do you reckon Maguire comes back into partner Varane? I think that could happen, really.
Yeah, 100%. I think that'll happen for sure. I didn't think the Lindelof Varane setup last week did them any favors, that's for sure. So Maguire would have been having a little laugh to himself on the bench, seeing the debacle that was unfolding. So,
Probably
as a
felt
player,
at ease going, thank God it's not me this time.
100%. Yeah, he'd be there, but I'm sure he'll be coming back in. I'm sure he'll be involved in this game. That's for sure.
Okay, so we're going to go Varane and Maguire, centre back partnership. We've already said Delo at right back. Looks like Tellez will come in again, left back.
Yeah.
Even though his form of late hasn't been fantastic. McFred, if Fred is available.
If Fred's available, yeah, 100%. Yeah, that's standard. Just back on Tellez, like, it's unbelievable. It's only a month ago how well he was going, and then all of a sudden he's just fallen off the bus. So it's funny,
Mate, it's contagious.
Yeah.
Whatever the bad form or the bad vibes, the toxicity. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll take it. We're in a cave, so we can make up words.
Yeah, that it's contagious, man. So it'll be seeping out, but through the players. So it'll affect the way someone plays their game and what their form is like. So we'll accept anyway. Tellez left back, and we've already said Bruno ahead of the McFred
Who
combo
come?
there.
Yeah, well, who's going to come in for Bruno? You haven't got anyone there to come in for him, have you? So, yeah, Bruno will definitely be just behind Ronaldo. That's for sure. And I wish he'd friggin' just stay there.
This would probably be a good game for Juan Mata to start, to be honest.
Yeah, look, I don't know. Chelsea still play some really good football. And, as much as I want Juan Mata to start and I want him to, well, not so much start, but play a bit more time on the pitch. Yeah, I don't agree. I think Bruno's definitely got to start this game.
Oh
With
yeah,
Ronaldo.
I agree. Bruno
I only
will
think
start.
Bruno's just got someone's just got to take Bruno aside and just tell him to pull his head in. And
I agree with you. I think Bruno will start.
yeah.
I think this game would probably be suited towards a Juan Mata, someone who takes care of the ball, someone who completes his majority of passes. Just gets you look how much faster we look when he's on the pitch.
Oh,
And
100%.
he only gets 9 minutes.
Look, the thing is, even if he did start, if he started, he wouldn't last the 90 minutes. So if you played him, you could play him 50 minutes or 60 minutes.
Yeah, and put Bruno on.
Yeah, 100%. At least we might be in the game, and we've got a bit of possession in the midfield, because we've never got possession in the midfield. That's for sure.
We turn over the ball way too easily.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. Like if you played 50, 60 minutes, I mean, people might think we're lunatics for saying that, but we need to hold possession in the midfield, and we lack that big time.
The stage of the season we're at, I don't care if people think we're lunatics. We might as well try something different.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, totally agree.
All right. So Chelsea, I don't know too much of their lineup. I don't really pay too much attention to what they're putting out week in, week out. I know Lukaku. I said this from the start of the season. Lukaku, they got excited because he scored against. I think it might have been Arsenal when he first came back.
Yeah,
and you just know what you're going to get with Lukaku. Yeah, he's big and strong, can hold the ball up, but he's got the first touch of a donkey, and he's in a bad rut anyway. He hasn't been scoring any goals, so that is a positive for us. How else?
Yeah, look.
What else do you know about their lineup?
Look, I know they try and attack from deep, so they're one of the smarter teams. That's why they're in third spot. They played pretty well against I think, was it West Ham they played in the last game? I'm pretty sure. So
he scored a last minute winner.
Yeah. Look, they got the manager. Tuchel's going to have him up for the game. You still got like Thiago Silva.
Players.
Sorry,
some good young players in that side too. And Mason Mount's a great player, man.
Yeah, so you got him. I don't know. You got Marcus Alonso. Cesar. They got Mendy as well. It's just names all over. Timo Werner. We're just talking about him before the pod. He's finally started scoring. So he's going to be happy that he's on the score sheet. So look, they're going to be looking to roll us over. They're going to be looking to roll us over for sure. They always play, from memory, when I watched that last game, I think it was a 3-4-1-2 or something like that. Sometimes you get to see it.
My biggest fear with this Chelsea team is that when we say they're looking to roll us over, they're capable of rolling us over.
Oh, I know they are. Yeah.
Once we all know United, like, depending on how they feel that day, once we get one against us, we're going to fold. And it could be a bigger scoreline than the Liverpool game.
Yeah. My thing is for this weekend's game is set pieces. We know Thiago Silva likes getting forward in those set pieces, and a lot of the time he gets his head on it. You got Loftus-Cheek there as well. Is it Cheek? Loftus-Cheek as well. You got him. Yeah, Aspilicueta. What happened there? Because he had to go. I think he had to go at one of his own fans. Did you see that? Aspilicueta as he was coming off.
Yeah, he was talking. I don't know. Was that after the West Ham game or the game before?
Oh, was it the game before? Yeah,
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure,
I
but
didn't get.
yeah,
I didn't get
nothing
too much
came
of
from
it.
it, I don't think.
No.
But yeah, so and then they got what do you call it?
Jorginho missed a
Their
penalty
bench.
against West Ham.
Look at their bench. Their bench makes it Pulisic. Lukaku came off the bench last week. Barkley. I mean, Barkley's getting on a bit now. I'm pretty sure. Kepa.
I want to ask you about Jorginho and his penalty miss. Did you see that?
Yeah.
And he does the same run. He does the same run up as Bruno, the hop skip.
Yeah. I don't understand the penalties. I was a penalty taker in my team, and not once did I try anything fancy. I was always bottom left as hard as I could, and take it as that. I was at my daughter's games on the weekend, and I saw 3 penalties on the weekend, and 3 of them missed. I
was always straight down the middle, mate, as hard as I can, just whack it.
Up high or it's down low?
It didn't matter. Just hit it as hard as I could. Just whack it. 9 times out of 10, the keeper's going to go left or right, isn't he?
You know what? Look, Chelsea could throw Sam Kerr in this weekekend and they'd probably win. So
I should carve him up.
Yeah, she'd rip him up good. So
I just wanted to move on. We've got our lineups out of the way. I just wanted to go and see what you think about Ralf Rangnick's comments. It was sort of leaked, but it's more or less him just because he works with all these journalists and he's pretty much putting the club on blast every time he goes out for a press conference now because he's got nothing to lose. He has no ties to the club. He's repeatedly said that he may or may not have a role next season. He still doesn't know. So he's just putting everything out there for all of us to hear. So some of his comments were, he has never seen a team be so unprofessional on the training pitch. So pretty much what he's come out and said, he goes, during the games, when he's barking his orders from the sideline, or he's telling him to change something up or, change of tactics, they don't listen to him.
Yeah, it's but that's been happening for a while. It's not just under him. So I'm not surprised.
I think it's just more refreshing it's something we've all known anyway, because I think for a couple of seasons now, we're thinking, why wasn't Ollie changing this? Or why wasn't Jose doing that? But then you think, you look at these comments and you go, they're just not listening to him.
Yeah, look, we all know now it's the players digging their own grave. And, I really, the biggest thing I hope is they've come out and spoken about how many players they're going to get rid of. And if they don't get rid of this amount of players, if they don't do it, the fans are just going to get the shits. The fans are deep into it as it is. I just want to see them move them on. I want this club to just restart.
There's up to 10 to 15 players that could be moved on this summer.
I just want to see it happen.
That's including some of the players that are out on loan who may not come back to the club. There was a report today saying that Ten Hag or John Murta has spoken with Andreas Pereira, and that Ten Hag wants him back at United if Pereira's deal with Flamengo falls through.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. When did you see that today?
Yeah, that was out there today. So he wants Pereira back at United if he can't get a permanent move to Flamengo. Another one of Ralph's comments about the team being unprofessional was about their training. They're unprofessional at training. They don't put the effort in. He can't believe how unfit the players are physically. Like their stamina, they're not as strong as other players in the Premier League.
Yeah, well, mate, does it surprise you they're not working on anything at training? Does it surprise you? It doesn't surprise me. And I'm enjoying Ralf Rangnick coming out and just telling us the way it is. Okay, mid-season, I was saying I don't want to hear it from the players, but he's definitely come out and just let it cut loose. So
it depends how you look at it. When you say, am I surprised they're not working on anything in training? Like, someone can mistake that for saying, they're not working on anything in training. But I actually believe it's the players. They're not responding to what they're being told to work on at training. Like he said in these leaked comments, they're bad trainers. Physically not fit enough, physically not strong enough, especially the midfield. He said he hasn't seen a midfield that is so weak in comparison to the other teams.
Yeah,
And
well, I
honestly,
mean, every team we've
Ten
played
Hag
against, we
needs to
always
clear these players out.
every time we've played against, and I'll maintain this, and it hasn't just been with Ralf Rangnick, it's been with Ollie as well, and even with Mourinho. Every team that we always play against, they seem to be a lot more organised through the midfield. They always have a lot more possession than us in the midfield, you know, and structurally right through the whole squad.
Yeah,
it's just better than us. I still cannot believe we're in. What are we in? 6th or 7th position? I cannot believe it. Have you seen? I've never seen a team that's this bad, and still be in 6th position.
I've always said, mate, we're too good to be in the bottom half of the table, and we're too shit to be in the top 4.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy to think we're
I
in 6th
I
position.
honestly can't wait for Ten Hag to come in, and honestly, to watch this rebuild, and it's going to be a rebuild from the ground up, and it has to be a rebuild from the ground up. Otherwise, he's going to be he's already under the pump. Ruud Gullit came out and said, you know, ex-players like Gary Neville and Rio Ferdinand are already putting too much pressure on him. You got to give the man time. If we're going to keep applying this sort of pressure to the manager who hasn't even got his foot through the door yet, he's going to be set up to fail. But hopefully everyone, fans, the board, we just back him to the hill and give him the time that he needs.
My issue with the ex-players now is when Ollie first came in, they didn't say anything. They didn't say anything. Now we've got Ten Hag in. You want to have your say. Come on, let's just give it a break. But you know what? I'm quite proud of the fans, and you know we listen to other podcasts and stuff like that, and I haven't seen a podcast that's actually backed Gary Neville or whoever else is bagging Ten Hag, and well, they're not actually bagging them, but sort of saying negative comments. No one's actually gone out there and agreed with them.
Yeah, because now I think, especially a lot of these guys that are doing the podcast like ourselves, we're all of the understanding, like this is more than just a quick fix. This needs time. It's, you know, we're looking at 10 to 15 players leaving. You can't see more than 4 or 5 coming in. Even at 4 players coming in, that's astounding for a transfer window.
Yeah.
So, you know,
I can't see 10 players coming in. I can see probably 10. Some players. I can see players maybe getting moved on, and I can't even see
that's what 10 I said. 10 to 15 moving on.
Yeah,
and maybe 4 or 5 coming in.
Yeah, well, I can't even see. Would that be a record if 10 to 15 left all at once? I can't see that happening. No way.
Honestly, but it needs it. It needs 10.
We all know what needs to happen, but
yeah,
I cannot see him moving on 10 to 15 players. I really can't. And the players that they are talking about moving on, they're not playing. They're sitting on a bench for United, or they're away on loan.
Yeah.
So it's no one that maybe Pogba's probably the only one in the starting lineup that we're still, and Jesse, whether we're going to know whether they're going to be staying or not. So
yeah, well, I think with Pogba and Jesse, as you've said, they're guaranteed goners.
Yeah. You know, West Ham are in the same position. Like West Ham, they're talking about moving on 6 to 10 players as well. So, yeah. So I don't know. A lot of clubs are looking to overhaul their squads this year. So, you know, everyone's fallen behind the way of City and fallen behind Liverpool. Chelsea just went off the Richter there for a little while, you know.
Yeah.
But you know what? The Chelsea thing doesn't surprise me because even though they won the Champions League last year, they weren't good in the Premier League. So, you know, but people are forgetting we were second last year in the Premier League. We were first at one stage, you know, and okay, Chelsea won the Champions League, and everyone thought, well, they're going to win the league now. Well, they've fallen away again.
If only we ended last season in December or January, whenever we were top.
Yeah. Yeah, when you look at it, Chelsea's 11 points behind Liverpool and 15 points behind City. So they're still a long way away, you know. So even though they're playing decent football, they've got a good manager and stuff like that. The club, even though they won the Champions League, you know, when did they win it before? When was the last time they won the league? It was, what, 5 years ago? No, it's probably City, you know.
And Antonio Conte was the last Chelsea premiership, I think.
Yeah, so, you know, they're not doing the benefits. And I'll say it again, like, if Liverpool don't win the league this year, then there's still one Premier League in 30 years. So, you know, everyone's still catching City. Everyone's still catching City. Not that I'm saying that Liverpool can't win the league, because City's probably been a little bit more fragile than Liverpool at times this year. And but yeah, I don't think everyone's still catching City. And look, if City don't win the Champions League this year, I think you'll see them roll on with the same lineup and the same manager, and you know, and then they'll go for the league again, and you know, and it'll just be the same deal.
I don't even want to talk about City or Liverpool anymore. How good they are and how far behind we are, just it makes me sick. Honestly does. But we'll look at wrapping it up. Yeah. So Friday morning, 4:45, I think, is kickoff at Old Trafford. Not like it matters to us or to anyone, but hopefully it's a full house. And apparently there's another planned protest again before the match. So hopefully everyone stays safe with that. We back the cause of that as well, and hopefully the message gets across. And they keep going with this. It can't just be a 1 or 2 protest week in, you know, a week here and a few weeks there. It has to be all the time. So we got that going on. 4:45 a.m. kickoff. Set your alarm nice and early. You'll be up anyway for work, won't you?
Yeah, I'll be up watching it for sure. Look, just a quick one. I just don't want us to cop a goal in the first 10 minutes. That's what I want. Nice. All right. I just want to finish on a positive. If
you combine the Liverpool the first goal we conceded against Liverpool and the first goal against Arsenal, it's still under 10 minutes.
That's insane, isn't it?
We got 2 goals in 7 minutes.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. If we can survive 10 minutes, that'll be great. That's a win.
Look, I'll say to all United supporters, stay positive. You know, the revolution is coming, and you know, Ten Hag's going to be good for the fans, I think. You know, and he's going to embrace his players, and you know, there's good times ahead. So just stay positive, and have faith. You know, we're United through and through, and we'll never ever remember. We always support the badge. We don't support the player. So just stay strong.
All right. Well, we'll leave it there. We'll catch you guys next time. We'll probably do a post-game review after the Chelsea match. And yeah, stay safe, everyone. We'll see you on the next episode. Cheers.
And remember to like, share, subscribe, people.
Yeah, that too.
All right. You watch it on your TV. You will have your phone next to you. Tap the subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up, because on our first video, we've had over 150 views. And we've had like 14 likes. So let's get that up to 20 or 30 likes. And, you know, we appreciate everyone supporting us. And to all the other guys in Australia that's got their pod, they're supporting us, and we'll back his too. So come on, United. Let's get this job done.
Let's do it.